ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Blissful Couples Corner. Again, I am Soul Angel, host of the Blissful Couples Corner. And I'm here today to give you another exciting episode of the show. Before we go ahead, I would like to stop here and say, please, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so on YouTube and also follow me on Facebook. Also, turn on the notification button on YouTube so you can get all my videos as I upload them. So today, I am excited to bring a new topic. And our topic for today is 7 keys to better communication in your marriage. Yes, I know you all are like, this girl is too much with communication. Yes, I am. Because communication is the key to every successful relationship. I am not only talking about marriage here. We need communication in every form of relationship. If I cannot communicate in the language that you can understand me, then you cannot do what I want. And if you can communicate in the language that I understand, then I cannot do what you want me to do. And that translates into marriage. If you and your partner are not on the same page when it comes to communication, there is bound to be problems. There will be misunderstanding. He may be saying A and you're understanding B. And in that case, there is issue. So I am here today. Before I even start the topic for today, I would like to refer you back to my one of the live videos that I did on core pillars of a successful marriage. And one of the core pillars was communication. So please, if you did not watch the video, I would advise that go ahead and watch it, because there I have more detailed explanation on certain things and I answer some few questions. And if you have any questions, please, you can still post and I will answer the question. So let's dive into the topic for today. 7 key to better communication in marriage. Number 1 key that I will have for you guys today is listen actively. Another word or another way you can say it is that be sure that you are actively listening to your partner. What do I mean by this? When you want to communicate something to your partner, or your partner calls you for a communication, for something that for a discussion, a conversation, you who is a recipient of that message, because there's in communication, there's always a messenger and there's the recipient of the message. So you receiving the message, you need to be actively listening to the person giving you that information. What do I mean by this? If your partner comes to you and is talking to you, and you spend your time fidgeting, looking left and right, looking in your phone, you are not paying attention. It means you are not actively listening. But you need to make sure that you are looking at your spouse in the eyes. You are acknowledging that what she's saying, or he or she, you are acknowledging what they are saying by agreeing or not even like I don't even mean like you're agreeing or disagreeing at that time, because that time you're just trying to listen to process what they are saying. But you need to make sure that they understand that you're listening to them by looking at them, by paying attention to what they are saying, rather than fidgeting, taking your phone. When you do that, it just shows that you are not interested in the conversation. And that can bring frustration to the other person who is trying to pass an information. And it can create another problem there. I give you an example. I always say that here, I always try to make things simple, and I always like to be realistic. That's one problem that I had with my husband. When I come to him to communicate, I always tell him, hey, I need you to be looking at me when I'm talking. Because most of the time when I'm talking, he will be like doing other things, maybe on his tablet, his how do you call it? His computer, doing some work. Then when I say something, probably he missed what I said. I say, hey, are you listening to me? He said, what did you say? That gets me so upset. So imagine that You are talking to somebody and you are putting all your time, your emotions into it. You are really damn serious about what you want to say, and they miss a part and they're like, oh, what did you say? Sorry, I did not get that part. That tells you that they were not listening to you, and it can be so upsetting. So when you are trying to communicate something, please make sure that you are listening to your spouse. Is very important. Active listening is very important. Look them in the eye and make sure they understand that you are hearing what they are saying. You are listening to them. Number two, be honest and open-minded. Okay. Most of the times we are going to our spouses with maybe issues, with problems, and we already have that stereotype, maybe stereotype answer. We have a particular way we want the conversation to go. And if it doesn't go our way, we get upset, or we think like the conversation did not go the way we want and we are not happy about it. No. Communication is two-way traffic, okay? So when you're going to say something, when you guys are having a conversation, there should be an open mind. I may be coming with an opinion, I may be coming with a suggestion, but that is not set on stone. So it doesn't mean that if it doesn't suit what I was thinking, it is not right. So be open-minded. Be open to the fact that you may be criticized in a positive way. You may be corrected. Okay, that is what they call open-minded. Be honest. Don't come and you're trying to sugarcoat, or you have a message to pass, but you're trying to beat around the bush. You are trying to cut corners, not to say no, are you, because you don't want to make your partner feel uncomfortable. No, be honest and be open-minded. That is a way of communication. And that open-minded means that you should be able to receive too from the other side, because communication, you need feedback, right? So when the feedback comes, be open-minded to receive it and work with it. Okay. Number three, make sure to use less of you statement. Use more of I. Okay. For example, I give an example. You like to do this. Last time you said you were going to help me with this, but you did not help me. Rather, let's take a critical example. Maybe you had spoken to your spouse, to your husband, that you needed help with chores, since you probably, I don't know, for some reason you're busy, you have other stuff you're doing, and you really appreciate that he should help you sometimes with dishes. And he's not been doing it. You want to lay a complaint. You want to communicate something. Okay, you're upset. And you say, last time you said you were going to help me with the dishes, but you never did. That's how you are. You always say things you don't do. But reverse it and say that, babe, I would have loved for you to help me with the dishes. Last time I told you that I would love some help with that. And you promised you were going to do it. I would really love that if you start doing that. That is a complete different statement. The first one, when you say you said, and you did not, you are accusing him. That's an accusation. And he will be defensive. Trust me. He will be defensive. So, but if you turn it around and make an I statement in a very nice way, they will see reason with it. They will not look at it as though you're accusing them, but you're technically saying the same thing, but not in an accusation form. So use more of the I statement than punching those you. They become defensive and you cannot help them. Trust me, when these men become defensive, you cannot win that battle. You don't want to be there. Okay. The next one, I think number 4, we're going to talk about communicate your negative feeling constructively. We all have negative feelings. We all have that time that we have that resentment, that time that they get us so angry, man or woman, you get really angry that you just want to insult, you just want to curse. And you're like, How did I even end up here? So in that anger, you go now, you want to eat them up. No, trust me. I always say on this platform that I have been there. When I got married to my husband, my God, any little thing that he would do that I would be upset, I will talk, and he's a type that doesn't talk. He will just look at me, and before I know it, that quarrel has turned around, and I'm the one apologizing for something that he did that was wrong. Oh, but what happened? Because I communicated my feelings in a very wrong way. I was right, feeling the way I felt, but the manner in which I communicated that issue was the problem. Because men have something they call ego. You cannot tamper with it. I don't care how quiet your husband is. Once you start yelling, once you start making as if you are, no, there's a problem. Okay. So communicate your frustrations, communicate your bad feelings, your frustration. If you don't feel fine about something they have done, do it in a constructive way. Communicate all negative feelings in a very constructive way. Then you will see that they will understand it. They will not fight, and they will even turn to apologize. But if you do it the other way around, thinking that you can shout, you can do this, no. You are just shooting yourself on the leg, because it will turn right back at you, and you'll find yourself being the one to apologize. So don't do that. The next thing I want to do, this is number 4, if I'm not making a mistake, or 5. You have to choose your words. There's a say that words don't come back. Once you send it out, it doesn't come back. I don't care how many apologies you take. Baby, I'm sorry I said this thing. But you said it. You said it. Imagine that somebody comes and insults you. Check this ugly fat girl. Look at how you look. Useless girl. You have been this. You have been that. Or they rain insults on you. Blue, black. Then they come back and say, well, sis, well, now just vex. So now vex, please not take it to heart. Are you kidding me? Whether you apologize from now to next year, it has been there. So choose your words very carefully when you're talking, especially when you're angry. Choose your words carefully so that you don't hurt your partner and you don't want to come tomorrow and start apologizing, because it may never be erased. Choose your words wisely. The next one we'll talk about is this one, my husband, even up to now, no, let me not even lie to you, even up to now, I'm still struggling with it. Sometimes I forget, or no, I will not even say forget. Sometimes I snap. Let me say snap. Is your tone. Mind your tone. Your tone is like, let me compare something. Your tone is like you take a very nice package, a very nice gift, rather, then unwrap it in a very ugly package. So you have a nice gift, but the way you package it is very ugly. That is how your tone is. You may be saying something very nice. Just for example, sometimes some women use statement like, my husband is so unromantic. He doesn't know how to speak romantically. He's trying so hard to express his feelings, to tell you to tell you how he loves you. You know, to be romantic. But you're like, this man don't just know romance at all. You don't know love. Because of what? So you are expecting his tone to come out some nice way, but because he's a man, he's like, he's so hard, he's not soft. You say, you're not romantic. That is the same thing with our tone. You mind your tone, even when you are angry. Tone down. You may be saying something very good, but your tone, and I'm telling you this out of experience, it has happened to me many times. Naturally, I have that voice that I'm loud. Sometimes when I'm talking, people think that I'm shouting. Sometimes I'm talking to my husband, I'm like, baby, you don't need to shout, tone down. I said, I'm not shouting, no. I'm not shouting, but you are shouting. So you have to, if you're that type of person, you have to mentally regulate your tone. mentally regulating, because that's just, and that's how my mother is. Okay, this particular one, it's really something that ties to me because I am still working. And sometimes I just get, especially sometimes when I'm too excited, but tone down, mind your tone, especially when you're talking to your husband. You may be saying, so you guys may start talking, sometimes you make some jokes in the house. Some men will not, if they don't understand you, thank God that with time your partners get to understand who you are and stuff like that. But yes, your tone, mind your tone when you want to talk to your spouse, man or woman. When you want to talk to your husband, you want to talk to your wife, mind your tone on how you are talking is very, very, very important. And be specific. Number 6, be specific. What I mean by being specific is that we always like to generalize. And this is something with me too. Sometimes I tell my husband, you're always like that. Every time you do this, every time you do this, you do this. And he will ask me one question. Please, can you specify? And I will stand up looking at him like that. I said, so do you want me to start recounting all the times that you have done? He said, yes, please specify. And I'll be looking like this. So be specific. What do I mean by being specific? If you are going to your partner to communicate a particular issue, don't go generalizing. Bring the particular issue and trash it. Don't go say, you're always like this. The other day you did this one. Now you are last year, 2 years ago. No. You are not helping. You are bringing quarrel for nothing. Be specific on the thing that you want to talk about. That's also something that I am trying to learn. I'm not saying that go and be writing the evil or the wrong things your husband is doing. No. But if something happens, you want to communicate it. Come with a specific scenario. It makes them to remember, hey, babe, you say this is, I'm talking to you because this thing that happened the other day, you did this, you did that. But don't come say, I don't remember what you did the other day, but you just did this. I don't even know exactly what happened there, but you've always been doing this thing. You have not said anything. You've said nothing. And you are creating problem. So be specific on what you're saying. Okay. Now, that's 6 that I've given. The last one I want to give is that just like I said, communicate your negative feelings, communicate your positive feelings with enthusiasm. Listen, when your husband, your wife has done something good, tell them that they have done something good, communicated right, appreciate them and all that. Because if you are the type that you keep doing only communicating only the negative things, at the end of the day, that person becomes numb. Your partner becomes numb to all your concerns. It means that you're looking only at my negative part. How about the positive part? So communicate also your positive feelings. Let them know that they're doing well. Okay. So that's what I have for us today. I hope that this video has helped somebody. In the life, we're going to go details into this because you all know that I go in my life, I go details. We ask questions, we have answers. So I just wanted to wrap up this little package for you guys so you can, have a glimpse. You can have an idea on how to better your relationship. But if you have any questions, use the comment section, ask your questions, and I will be sure to answer you. And your question may just trigger another video or another live that we can actually go live to answer your question. I appreciate you all being part of the family. I appreciate you all being so supportive. Thank you all, and may God bless you all as we all continue to make our marriages better. God bless you all.